Hey guys, Brett here, Baseball Prospect Analysis, and today we're going to break down the top prep pitchers in the 2022 MLB Draft. Please keep in mind this is my personal opinion and not the official 2022 rankings. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow my TikTok. I'll be doing an Xbox Series X giveaway at 5K subs. In order to be eligible for that giveaway, you must be subscribed to my YouTube channel and following my TikTok. Now, back to the video. At the number one spot, I still have Lesko. Yes, I know he just had Tommy John surgery in April, but that's not going to change my ranking for him due to a couple of reasons. For one, Tommy John or TJ is very common among pitchers in today's game. The surgery has a high success rate, and rehab programs involving the surgery have advanced greatly in the past 20 years. Also, his past accomplishments that we're about to go over speaks for himself. The kid can play. Dylan is a 6'3", 195-pound right-handed pitcher out of Beaufort, Georgia. He's currently ranked 4th overall by perfect game and is verbally committed to Vanderbilt. Lesko features a 3-pitch mix, a fastball sitting in the mid-90s touching 97 with late tailing action, an elite changeup for his age flashing plus movement, and a developing breaking ball that has high spin rates but lacks consistency. The thing I love most about Lesko is that his numbers translate well to the field. He has solid command and can flat-out pitch. He's been selected to 39 all-tournament teams and is a 7-time MVP pitcher. If he was healthy today, I could see him being a top 5 pick, but with his injury, there's an off chance he ends up on campus in Nashville. If he does get drafted in the early first round, expect to see him to sign for under slot value. I can certainly see some teams using his injury to their advantage in order to get a deal on a top arm and some money for the later rounds. He's certainly going to be a wild card in this upcoming draft. Originally, I made this list back in January and had my now number 2 Brock Porter at the number 3 slot, but a phenomenal spring has bumped him up to my number 2 overall. Brock Porter is a 6'4", 200-pound triple-digit righty out of Milford, Michigan. He's verbally committed to Clemson and ranked number 7 overall by perfect game. Brock utilizes a 4-pitch mix to attack his opposition. His fastball sits mid-90s with the ability to touch triple digits and has occasional arm-side run. Porter's changeup is really what separates him from the others in my opinion. He has the ability to throw it to both right and left-handed batters and displays excellent arm speed with this pitch. My only concern would be he clocks it in at the upper 70s mark. This is about a 20-mile-an-hour speed difference between that and his fastball. This may give hitters at the next level more time to adjust, making it less effective. Either way, most scouts still grade it as a plus pitch due to its excellent running action and his ability to use it. Porter's breaking stuff is currently nothing special. His slider grades above average and his curveball is average. However, he displayed the ability to throw both for consistent strikes as well as out pitches. The main concern I have with Brock would be his delivery. He repeats well and is ultra explosive, starting slow and accelerating at the very end with elite arm speed. It is truly an athletic motion, but may lead some to project him as a future bullpen guy rather than starter. You also have to take into account the draft stigma against flame-throwing prep righties. Not too many have panned out over the recent years. Overall, Porter may actually be the first pitcher drafted this year. His excellent spring season, plus fastball, and Lesko's injury may lead him to being a top 10 pick. At the number 3 spot, I have Jackson Ferris, a lanky lefty out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. Ferris has one of those frames you can dream on. There is so much room to fill out, and he already uses his body well to create mid-90s heat. Jackson utilizes long levers to establish an elite downhill plane on his fastball that finishes with hard and late life. His fastball alone has overpowered some of the nation's top bats this year. The secondary stuff is still a work in progress. His changeup seems to be the better of the two, often showing sufficient tumble away from right-handed batters. The curveball is an average 12-6 offering that sits in the mid-70s and plays well off of his fastball. I would not be surprised to see Ferris touching triple digits in the near future. Some mechanical adjustments and body development should lead to future progress at the next level. Jackson could go as high as a mid-first round in this year's draft. In a class full of elite bats, a team will really have to bank on his projection in order to select him that high. I personally see him going as early as the 2nd round with a good chance at ending up on campus. He is currently committed to Ole Miss and could end up there depending on monetary expectations. A high price tag could drop him to lower rounds with a low chance of signability. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have the polished lefty Brandon Barriera. Barriera is a 6'1", 170-pound left-handed pitcher out of Hollywood, Florida, and is verbally committed to Vanderbilt. Brandon is no stranger to the spotlight, and he's been on scouts' radar since his freshman year, and for good reason. The lefty possesses elite arm speed and long levers, resulting in mid to upper 90s fastball with late tailing action. In addition to his fastball, he has 3 solid plus offerings in his slider, curveball, and changeup. He has shown plus command with all 4 offerings, and does so with a free and fluid athletic motion. His current arsenal and pitchability project him as a future next-level starter. Barriera also made headlines when he shut down early this year, foregoing his last regular season start and any playoff action. This stoppage was not due to injury, but to protect from possible injury heading into the draft. An increase in innings pitched this year led to a precautionary move. I personally really like what I see in Brandon and could easily put him in the number 2 or 3 slot, but I believe some teams may pass on him due to his shorter frame. I expect to see him selected in the late first round. Scouts are very familiar with this kid, and I think this will help him get selected higher than some may predict. I would not be shocked to see him selected in front of Lesko, but after Porter. From the stories I've read on Brandon, I do not foresee him taking a pit stop in Nashville unless he free falls in the draft for some reason. I was originally going to do a top 5, but this year is fairly position player dominant. After these 4 guys, I don't see any other high school pitchers landing in the first or even possibly the second round. There are a good amount of bubble guys that I think would opt to sign with their college rather than accepting a later round selection. But then again, this is the MLB draft and anything can happen. It all truly depends on what the team needs and what a player is willing to sign for. Well, that's going to be it for today, guys. As always, I greatly appreciate your support. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for weekly videos. The 5K sub Xbox Series X giveaway rules will be listed here, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.